Welcome to my simple kitchen. Simple because that's what I'm all about. Simple. I have 2 teenage boys and they've always been active, especially my youngest one who's almost 16. He plays soccer, always used to play baseball, just stopped. But, you know, as an on-the-go family, which most of us are, it's all about keeping it simple, keeping it quick, getting it in the oven, getting it out, getting everybody fed. So for my first video, I'm going to make a family favorite, and you know, it's not a chefy, hoity-toity thing. It's just, you know, I think it's like 5 ingredients maybe. I'm using some chicken tenderloins here. You can use boneless, skinless chicken breasts. You can put them in whole, or you can cut them up. You can use a whole chicken and just take the chicken off and use a mixture of white and dark meat, whatever you prefer. I've even used pork chops and just laid the pork chops down in there, and then it's not yummy chicken and rice anymore, it's yummy pork chops and rice, whatever you want. Then I also have 2 cans of chicken broth. I'm using a 9x13 with not a whole stick of butter. I've used a whole stick of butter. The recipe that my mother used back when I was young, this is a favorite recipe from when I was young. So the original recipe called for a whole stick of butter, but I used whatever I have in the door of my refrigerator. I had an open thing of butter that was like 2/3 full, so anywhere from a half a stick to a whole stick, whatever you want. We all know the more butter you have, the more taste, I guess. But you know, you don't need the whole stick to have the taste of the butter. Anyway, it's about 2/3, and it's good. Also, and it's already melted. What I do is I put it in there, and then I stick it in my oven. I put the butter in the pan. I stick it in the oven while the oven is preheating, and it melts my butter, and then I don't have to worry about. And here comes one of my kids. Anyway, and then I also take a cup of rice, and I use the long grain rice. You use whatever you want. I just use long grain, Uncle Ben's or Zatarain's. And see, 1 cup. And then I pour it in my thing, in my pan. I might go a little over a cup just because I like a little more. I like it to be nice and full, and I like the little rice kernels to be fluffy. So, and then I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna mix it around. Watch me. Watch me. I mix it around to make sure all of the butter covers all the rice. So all of the rice. I don't know why I do that. I have myself convinced that it makes it better. So I don't know if it does or not, but I'm convinced it makes it better. So after I'm done with that, I put in 3 cups of chicken broth. And honestly, you can use any kind of chicken broth that you want. You can use, you know, the store brand. I just happen to go to one of those giant warehouse stores, and I have like 352 cans of chicken broth in my pantry, and so 352 cans of this, you know, the name brand, but I won't say whose it is. It's Swanson. So anyway, so I have made this so often that I know that it's just under 2 cans, the 3 cups. So that's why I use a little over 1 cup of rice, because I know that 2 cans is a little more than 3 cups. So that's what I do. And after I put it all in there, I'm also going to have 1 package of onion soup mix. You know, there have been times when the store's been out of the Lipton, and I've used the store brand, so it doesn't matter. It can be Lipton, it can be anything. I just, you know, once again, I was at the big wholesale place, and I have 40 boxes of the Lipton in my pantry, so that's what I use. And so I mix it around, make sure it's all nice and mixed together, and then I take my my cute little chicken breast tenderloins. Now normally I would use a little clamper thing. I don't know where mine is. I never know. Things in my house, having teenage boys do the dishes for me, things are never put in the same place twice. So half the time I don't know where my stuff is. So I did wash my hands. My hands are clean. Here goes my chicken on top of my rice. And with all this yummy, yummy liquid. I mean, it just gives it, the Lipton onion soup mix gives it such a good brothy, beefy, and you really don't need to put a lot of, I mean, the Lipton onion soup mix and the beef broth give it enough sodium in there. You don't need a lot of salt. Now I do put a little bit of pepper on top because my husband and my 16-year-old like the pepper. So that's what I do. And then I get some aluminum foil. The kids make fun of the way I say foil. Just like I say oil. F-O-I-L, foil. I put that over, wrap it up like a nice little present. If you can see it, you see it? It's a nice little present. And then I put it in a 350-degree preheated oven. And it is already preheated. I'm going to put it in there for about an hour. After an hour, I'm going to take the foil off. And then I'll let it go another 10 or 15 minutes till all the water or liquid has evaporated. And I will have my chicken and yummy rice. And that is it. Could it get any more simple than that? I don't think so. Now for dessert, stay tuned. I have one of my 16-year-old son's very favorite things. I think I got it from the Pioneer Woman. Love her. And it is like so easy. I've had 2 half gallons of ice cream, soften it up for it, and a whole package of Oreos. So stay tuned. That'll be my next video coming up soon. Bye guys.